for the younger. This is for the young people on the site, man. Because I'm young. I'm gonna talk to them in a young way. I'm gonna. Some people may not like this. I'm gonna video blog. I want to say something to these people, in the form of a rap type speech type thing. But that man, I really gotta tell him something. It takes intelligence to know that being numb is considered evil. It's what happens when you trust and get hurt so much that you actually stop showing emotion to people and care if people think you're emotional. Watch. If you don't believe in yourself, you can't trust anyone else. Self-esteem can only be boosted from you. You're the only one who can help. Confidence only comes from knowing you ain't bound by the past. Why do people grow up and forget who they were and walk around with makeup and cover it up? It's like they ain't impressed with their own genetic makeup, so they forget how to individually feel unique, and they grow older and they cover it up with cover-up and a mask. I used to get told that I shouldn't like writing poetry. On the plus side, I want to be a rapper and I can't sing, so I'm just really happy that honestly you notice me. When the only affection you have comes from a lifestyle that's formed from another emotionally scarred victim, the cycle of what causes the scars and decisions make you give up on a good and bad scenario split decision quicker than realizing when they asked you to buy coke, they were saying my family at home didn't love you as much as I wanted and you're the same as me, or I gave up on my past so I couldn't battle addiction. When you can't stare what's killing you in the eyes, that's when you lose your soul and the only thing true to you eventually dies, and this all applies forever. Believe me, if you don't do it immediately, it will repeatedly never get better. And if you think that you're clever and you can beat it, you're brainwashed by it, and then twice as bad, the cycle will get repeated. History isn't made for you to look at it and then delete it. You gotta analyze where it started for you to know the reason to leave it, believe in it. And if not, then the same thing that tells you to want to quit when you look at yourself twice will be the same reason that if you prolong it, the feeling of wanting to change will eventually stop for life. And I'm a man, so I promise to God that I will never take a loss in the fight if it's involving my life. If I can't be a role model to a future generation of Fuquas because of the time with my future kids that I spend, and they grow up knowing I love them and it means I lose respect, then honestly I don't care about anybody else. I don't need any friends. And honestly, that's all the people that I see. And I think they need a friend. So why am I being quiet instead of saying how I feel and never talking to them? I ain't been the best dude to look at and have respect for in my past to want to hang around, but I know that 10 times as much as you do, and that's why I'll never give up on my town. I don't care who you are. If you need someone in a time of need, if I don't help you out in the future, if I almost slip up, who's going to be there for me? Nobody. If I don't help people, they'll never help me. You got to help yourself and believe it, and just like that, then the cycle will be free. Addiction is nothing. If you get input... Sorry for messing up, I'm getting emotional. If you get put in prison, then get out and get free. If not, you'll keep going back. It's a simple equation. Take this as a lesson from me. This isn't a rap. This is an intricate poem with a dude who's hyperactive and has the passion to speak and grew up in this cycle. And if you think that I'm wrong, then honestly, I would love for you to break it down and then explain it to me. I guarantee you I'll see through your image. I had nights where I wish I didn't exist because I went away from my family and my so-called friends who would never come to meet me and help me in prison. And if you can't pay attention right now, then I can't pay you no mind, and I won't even pay you a visit, but I will try to help you out if needed. And if not, then I'm realistically not actually needed. The only reason you want me around is to cope with the fact that in life you don't feel like you're actually needed, but you are. And the part that hurts me is I'm not the one who can make you see it and actually believe it. You gotta not give up on yourself. You're gonna want to have it and need it, and invest time to get over passive aggression and start speaking your mind when it's needed. And all that I'm really gonna say on the subject is I hope you listen, and if you're not paying attention, then I will keep stressing this message of suppressed memories so darkly dissipated, and blackness in my brain became an oasis in foreign places when I saw a fate mirage, like I was ducking the truth about life, like I was anxious to eat pills my whole life and stay stuck in the matrix. I'm a cross between a dude who's lost and showing himself and trying to explain it for my own personal gain. This isn't a game, nobody actually asked me to say this. I've had no money and scrape bowls with resins on my lip and my teeth, so I braced myself for changing it, like my image started switching the second I got my teeth knocked out in a fight with my stepdad and my job retained it. I braced it. I started talking smack back at people who crack jokes and smoke crack, and I think that I got this on lock when inside their minds they know that they actually don't. And last but not least, this will eat you alive when you're older, and that this applies to anyone in my past that I knew. Honestly, look at your friends and tell them, unless they want to better who you are as a person, that your family needs you. Because guess what? All that attention you want from friends makes your family feel unwanted, and they want the same attention from you with all of the time that they spend and invest in you. They're the ones who raise you and put food on the table. Your friends are who made you steal from the only people who loved you and then explained it to you like it wasn't the problem and brainwashed you when it actually was. It wasn't addiction to drugs. They didn't care when you were feeling low or that you hurt worse than anybody you've ever seen before. That's when you start turning numb, because when the pain doesn't doesn't stop hurting, you block it out. So hello everybody, this is me open up to you in a video blog of my suppressed memories that I keep talking about, but I keep getting my mouth shut for and actually never speaking about. Messed up a couple of times. It's because people don't believe this. It sounds cliched because so many people say it and nobody believes it, but I actually care. Really, I don't care if you believe me. Bye.